If you watch soccer in English, you probably understand the rules and the positions. And you might even understand the commentators. But when you try to speak, you still don't sound like a native fan.
And the reason is simple. Natives don't talk about soccer like a textbook. They react to moments. They use short expressions, and they repeat the same natural phrases again and again.
So today, we're going to teach you the real soccer expressions native speakers use during games. Not just the meaning, but when to say them and what feeling they communicate.
By the end of this episode, you'll sound way more natural when you talk about soccer with native speakers. Let's start with the expressions you hear constantly while the match is happening, because these are pure reactions.
When someone scores a beautiful goal, maybe from distance, maybe top corner, maybe something unexpected, native speakers usually don't analyze it right away. They just react emotionally and say, "What a goal!"
And if the ball misses the goal by just a little, like it goes wide, hits the post, or the keeper barely touches it, people say, "That was close." Because it feels like the game almost changed in 1 second.
When the goalkeeper makes a difficult stop, especially something quick or athletic, you'll hear "great save." It's basically a quick way of saying, that could have been a goal, but the keeper saved the team.
Now, if the shot is so strong or perfectly placed that nobody could stop it, fans will say, "He had no chance." And that's important. It doesn't insult the keeper. It actually protects the keeper and says the shot was unstoppable.
If a player scores or wins the ball because they were positioned perfectly, not because they did something flashy, natives often say, "right place." Right time, it praises smart movement and awareness.
And when a player is dominating for a period of time, like they keep creating chances, scoring, or beating defenders, people say he's on fire. It means the player is full of confidence and momentum, like everything they touch is working.
If one team is controlling everything, they're attacking nonstop. The other team can't breathe, can't hold the ball. You'll hear they're all over them. That means total pressure and dominance.
And finally, when both teams look dangerous and you feel like either team could score at any moment, commentators say, "Game's wide open." That's the feeling of chaos and unpredictability.
Now we move into the emotional side of soccer: mistakes, pressure, and fans being dramatic, which is very realistic.
When a player fails in a big moment because of nerves, like missing an easy chance, fans might say, "He bottled it." It's informal and a little harsh, but it's super common in native soccer talk.
If a mistake directly leads to a goal, you'll hear the phrase, "costly mistake." That means it wasn't just a small error. It had real consequences and changed the match.
When a player keeps choosing the wrong option, like passing when they should shoot, or forcing a risky pass, commentators say poor decision-making. That sounds more professional and analytical.
If a defender stops paying attention for a moment and gets punished, fans say caught sleeping. It means the player wasn't alert, not that they're literally tired.
And a very common phrase is "switch off defensively." That means the defender loses focus for just one moment. And in soccer, one moment is enough to concede a goal.
And when the defending is so basic and so bad that it looks like something a kid would do. Commentators say that's schoolboy defending. It's a harsh phrase, but native speakers use it a lot. If you're enjoying this episode and you want more native soccer English,
if you find this useful, please like the video, subscribe, and share your favorite phrase in the comments. Now let's talk about attacking phrases. These are the words that make you sound like you actually watch soccer.
When a striker finishes calmly and efficiently, no panic, no extra touches. You hear clinical finish. It means the player was composed and accurate, like a professional.
If someone scores with confidence, usually a strong shot or a decisive finish, fans say he buried it. It's emotional and it emphasizes how sure that goal felt.
When an attacker is through on goal with only the goalkeeper to beat, we say one-on-one with the keeper, and everyone knows that's usually a big chance.
When a striker runs past the defensive line into space to receive a pass, commentators say he made a run in behind. It's a key phrase for understanding modern attacking movement.
If a team is taking risks and sending more players into attack, especially late in the match, people say they're pushing forward. It often implies urgency.
And when the match is fast and both teams attack again and again, with very little control, you'll hear end-to-end stuff. It paints a picture of the ball flying from one goal to the other non-stop.
Now we're going to sound more tactical, like fans who understand the strategy, not just the score.
When a team defends extremely deep with almost everyone behind the goal, people say parking the bus. It usually has a slightly negative tone, like the team is being too defensive.
When defenders stay far up the field to compress space and catch attackers offside. That's holding a high line. It's risky, but it can be very effective.
If a team retreats and protects their own goal area, commentators say dropping deep. It means they're choosing safety and organization.
When one defender follows a specific player everywhere to stop them, you say man-marking him tightly. It's often used to shut down a star player.
And when a team keeps small distances between players and doesn't leave gaps, you'll hear staying compact. That's a key defensive concept.
If a team is struggling and constantly defending, the simplest phrase is they're under pressure. It means they can't control the game and they're surviving.
Referee language is where fans become the loudest and the most confident.
When a foul is obvious, fans say that's a foul all day. It means no debate. This is clearly a foul.
When fans completely disagree with a penalty call, they shout never a penalty. It's basically disbelief.
And the opposite is stonewall penalty. That means the penalty is absolutely obvious and the referee had to give it.
When contact is very light but the ref still calls it, people say soft foul. It suggests the referee was too sensitive.
If a player commits a foul and the referee doesn't punish it, you hear he got away with it. It means they escaped consequences.
And when a referee decision feels too strict, fans say that's a harsh decision. It's a polite way to say, that call is too much.
Now let's talk about time. Because soccer language changes when the clock becomes the enemy.
If a team is running out of time to score, we say they're against the clock. It means urgency, pressure, and limited chances.
Game management is what experienced teams do when they're winning. They slow the pace, keep possession, choose smart fouls sometimes, and basically control the match like adults.
And when crazy things happen near the end, goals, penalties, drama, commentators say late drama because the last minutes are often emotional.
A goal that decides the match right at the end is a last-minute winner. It's one of the most painful things for the losing team.
If either team can still win, you'll hear still anyone's game. It means the result is not decided.
And here's a very British one. Squeaky bum time. It means those nervous final minutes when everyone is stressed and holding their breath.
Last section, big moments and bigger storylines.
Man of the match is the player who performed the best overall, not just someone who scored once.
A clean sheet means the team conceded 0 goals, and it's a huge point of pride for defenders and goalkeepers.
Title race is heating up means the competition for first place is getting intense. Usually because multiple teams are close in points.
A relegation battle is when teams near the bottom are fighting to avoid dropping to a lower league.
A cup upset is when a weaker team beats a stronger team, and fans love that because it feels like a movie.
And Derby Day is a rivalry match, usually local rivals, where emotion matters just as much as tactics.
If you use these expressions, you won't just understand soccer in English.
You'll actually sound like a native fan reacting in real time. And that's the difference between learning English and living English.
If you want, in the next episode, we can do soccer phrases learners say that sound unnatural, and the native version instead. In the next episode, we'll explore native expressions from other sports, and you can tell us which sport you want next.
Thanks for listening. See you next time.